Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89, Tripway 89. This is something I discovered a little while ago. It's a official poster collection. It's just 32 removable posters, just images from Star Trek. The first one on the cover is a CGI image of Captain Kirk. But once you get into here, there's some interesting stuff. Now, I do hate these covers for Star Trek. They're very retro 60s pop. I don't know what they are. It's a style that someone did a poster for every episode of Star Trek, and this is the bin that Star Trek gets put in, this sort of retro, funky, fun to laugh at sort of 60s show. And it's a horrible way of marketing and remembering and managing Star Trek, and I don't like any of these, and there's like 5 in here, so they're wasting pages. But then we have something like that. It's a nice picture of Captain Kirk and the CGI artwork of Captain Kirk, because they did some promotional photos, but they didn't do a lot. And then we have another one of those horrible covers. They printed a book of all of them from the artist, and this is one of my favorites. So this picture of the Enterprise, we all seen it, we all love it. It's one of the early ones before the text is on there, when they just finalised the design, I think. And I would frame that. I did have a picture of the Enterprise in 8x10 in my frame, in a frame once. That's Spock from the Galileo 7. The artwork from Star Trek 6, the actual poster, I mean. Some are just the artwork without the titles and text. Another horrible original series episode poster. Retro art. It's all very basic and simple, and it's just crude. Now we have Kirk and Spock in a promo photo, which I think looks awesome. Now we have the cast. I really regret that they didn't move Uhura across a little and make sure Michelle was in the shot. Sometimes I felt like they were trying to hide her because she was black or something. They were hoping people wouldn't notice or something. But yeah, there's only a few cast photos, and that's one where you can't totally see her face. It's obscured a little bit. And of course the Enterprise from Mud's Women or I Mud, from the remastered special effects. I think that looks amazing. Then we have another CGI shot of the vintage Enterprise, the original Enterprise, which looks amazing. I would frame that if I had wall space. Then we've got Sulu from The Naked Time, looking very fit. The cast shot where we actually have Uhura, totally visible, but unfortunately Scotty is sort of hidden back there, and they couldn't avoid that because there's only 6 spots on the transporter. And they used that same sort of shot of the transporter with the laser discs, when they had the artwork that have a picture from each episode here, like they were being beamed in, and that was the cover of the laser discs. I wouldn't mind having those. And they split them in half for the videos. We'd have one image from one of the 2 episodes on the video, or just the one from the single ones that were selling in the US. Then we have Spock from Amok Time on Vulcan. One of the less offensive retro 60s covers from Troubled Trebles. It's kind of cute. And the art from the First Contact cover without any text. I wish they'd been consistent. There is a collection of these, just keep that. And do all the movie posters without the text or with the text, one or the other. It's like a combination, so you don't have all of them. You have one of each, but it's not consistent. So like Star Trek 3 is the first promo art with all the text. And the quality is not really great for those ones as well. It's hard to tell from the video, I'm sure. But up close you can see all the noise. You have a promotional shot of Spock with his console. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, with the title but not all the text and credits. Star Trek 5, very low quality. Same with Star Trek 3, the proper poster, but not the quality it should be. Star Trek 2, artwork without the text or title, so it's totally inconsistent. Got a artwork of Gorn, CGI, I think it's CGI artwork of Gorn. The best Star Trek, the most fascinating Trek of them all, Spock's Brain. Still a better episode than any new Trek episode. It's really not that bad. People just like to rag on it because of a couple of elements, but the episode itself is pretty good, up to a couple of points and a couple of elements. Now we have Kirk and Scotty on the engineering set. Uhura from Corbomite Maneuver before, they had a bit of change of colour on the bridge because one of the producers didn't like that they had a black actress, and they suggested Gene Roddenberry have a little change of colour on the bridge, so they changed her uniform from mustard to red. A nice little FU. And then, of course, another CGI art of the Enterprise, which looks amazing. Whoa. Sorry. Frameable. Star Trek 4, this time with the title and all the text and credits, but still not great quality. I wouldn't frame that. And Balance of Terror, another retro colour which I hate. And the last image is a cast photo of the Big Four, because originally Uhura had a much bigger role. She was supposed to be the emotional side of the... It was supposed to be the triangle. It was Kirk, Spock and Uhura originally, and then she was going to be the emotional, Spock was going to be the logical, and Kirk was going to be the in-between, I guess. And then they cast D. Kelly as McCoy, and Uhura's role lessened, and we got the trilogy of males. It would have been so much better, as much as I love McCoy, if they'd kept it Uhura. And but she wouldn't have been as acidic as him, so I'm not sure, but it would have been different, and it would have been a lot better, would have aged a lot better to have a human male, alien, half and half Vulcan character, and half alien, half Vulcan, half human, and an African American woman. It would have aged a lot better. So there. I wish they'd do more things like this that be a bit more consistent, like have, just an original series collection of pictures of the actors, the full promotional photos in their full, frame and everything, and some nice artwork, cast photos, stuff like that, and then like the movie poster collection with all the posters from all the different films, things like that. I would definitely buy them and frame some of them, but this is all we got, just a random general one. But it's better than nothing, but I think we deserve better.